Before we get into the nitty-gritty of, quote, reconciliation with Karen Restoule, please donate to keep us on so we can hear the truth of some issue, because I hear in the media all the time, especially, the paid liberal media, reconciliation with Native groups. And no one has any answers. No one knows, in fact, if there should be. Like, what are they talking about? Is that all just baloney? Should we not just be working with every Native group leader and say, okay, let's pull together. Everybody, a rising tide brings all ships up. Let's make money.
Yeah, I think there are two wings to the reconciliation bird, if I can call it that.
Okay.
In one arm, you have mainstream government, federal government, who in 1876 introduced the Indian Act to govern all aspects of life related to people like me, who are considered status Indians.
Should that be done away with?
Well, I think it's on Canadians, government, everybody involved, to be exploring how we can move beyond the Indian Act so that Ottawa is no longer literally living in our homes. So that's one arm.
Ottawa's literally living in most people's homes.
That's
right.
They
do in my home. They do in his home.
So now Canadians, especially during the pandemic, learned a lot about what it's like to be Indigenous in this country and to have legislation and government direction govern your life very, very intimately. So I'm happy you're feeling the heat.
And what car you can buy.
I'm happy you're feeling the heat, Stephen.
The other wing.
The other wing, nation building. So a lot of talk about reconciliation. You asked, what does it mean? I think there's another arm to this bird here that requires Indigenous leaders, Indigenous citizens across the country to look around within our own homes and our own communities, and even within ourselves, and look at what was lost. What are the core functions of everyday life that we need to restore in order for our homes to function properly again? And so when both of the arms of the bird are flying together, when you have mainstream government chipping away and doing without the Indian Act,
right,
and giving room to nations to revitalize laws and governance systems and their economies, that is ultimately where we're going to see tangible shift in reconciling life here in Canada.
Will those nations, will they revitalize their laws and their culture and their...
That work is already underway. You have excellent legal scholars like John Burroughs, who's a prof, I believe, at U of T Law.
Yep.
You have Val Napoleon, who's a legal scholar out of UVic, who have, I believe, 15 years ago or so, started tackling and unpacking what are the laws that once governed our nations. And let's start doing the hard work with nations across the country to bring those to the forefront and help inform smart governance in our communities.
So that's not white guys like me.
No, there's no room. There's no room for you in that project.
So that's you. That is
that's right.
And the Native community.
That's right.
So it's coming along, but it could be heard?
Well, it's coming along, and it can be seen in child welfare. So you have a lot of laws around child welfare, governance on that end, coming into play in communities across the country, and it's creating hope. It's creating hope for a lot of people.
I love hope. Good to hear. Karen, thank you very much. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.